Hey everyone, in this video I'll take you through a beginner's guide to Immersity AI. In order to do so, first off we're going to go to app.immersity.ai, and once you're there you should be met with a screen similar to this. We'll just take a brief tour of the different options that you'll find here, and you'll see with Immersity that you have a variety of options here at the bottom to take a look at. So first off, we have the 2D to 3D motion. We can convert your pictures into immersive 3D motions. 2D to 3D image, easily create accurately detailed 3D images. 2D to 3D video, convert any video and transport viewers into the scene. Edit neural depth, state-of-the-art depth map generation and editing. And finally, Apple Music album motion. Bring your album art to life and stand out in the mix. So some neat options there. Immersity is doing something a bit different. Up at the top right hand corner, we'll just take a look here at the options under your account, and you'll see here that Immersity does not work with subscriptions, it works with credits. So if we click on buy credits here, then you'll see that you can purchase either 500 credits for $5, or you can get 1,200 credits for $10. So you get some bonus credits if you pay a little bit more. And with Immersity, you don't need to worry about canceling your subscription. All you are going to be doing is using the credits that you purchase. And if you need to top up, then you can do that when you need to. So that just gives you an idea of what to expect. There are some other options here if you want to take a guided tour. If you have some questions, you've got your FAQs, you've got some tutorials, etc., etc. Let's go ahead and we'll start with a image or video here to start. So we're going to go ahead and upload our image, and in this case let's go ahead and let's see here. We'll go ahead and we'll use this one. I'd like to see how this turns out. And we're just going to let Immersity think here for just a moment. We're at 75% and just waiting. I'll just go ahead and pause until this finishes. Okay, so now Immersity has finished, and we can see the results here, which are actually very cool. I really like what is going on here. You can see that we've got kind of this movie trailer poster type thing that I've been playing around with, and Immersity gives this 3D quality to it that is actually really, really neat. So I would say that personally I'm pretty impressed with the results. I think that this is something that I might use myself. So if you have use for something like this as well, then I would recommend taking a look at it. So we'll see here the different options that you have on the side. By clicking these, it's going to give you a different result. So we'll see here with the vertical, and some of these might be a little bit better depending on what you're working with. So you can see here that it kind of is cutting off the words there at the bottom. But the vertical seems to be quite fine. Everything just seems to be placed there quite nicely. I expect with the horizontal we might get a little bit of cutting off as well. But this just gives you an idea of what to expect with Immersity, and quite honestly, I'm pretty impressed. I like what I'm seeing here. It's pretty neat, and I'm really enjoying the effect that it has on my sort of fake movie trailer poster here. So I really like this. We've got our dolly shot. We've got zoom left, kind of neat. Now, if you're using something like this and you're worried about your words getting cut off, then this is where you might want to consider replacing your words if you have anything in the image like that. Otherwise, it might be best to just use an image that doesn't have words in it. But this will give you somewhat of an idea of what to expect. So also we have a loop function here. Let's see. Okay, so if you don't click the loop function, Maybe it takes a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and try some of these here. If we remove the loop, what does that do? Okay. So this just will kind of recycle it from the beginning. The horizontal one, okay, we need to reset the loop every single time. And if we do the reverse, then it just does that. Go ahead and do the circle here. Doesn't look like it's going to allow us to take the loop off, so that one's baked into the pie there. So you can see that with some of these, you don't get the loop option. And if you turn the loop option off, then you're going to get a bit of a stutter effect there when it resets. That's pretty cool though. I like that. The only thing here, as I said, is I probably will put the words in a different place. Yeah, very neat. So you can play around with the loop function and with the reverse function. You've also got a few other options here. We'll just kind of take a quick look. And so, okay. So we can use, let's see. Okay. So you can see here that you can get different effects depending on what you're looking for. The results are kind of neat. I gotta say, I'm actually pretty impressed with what this appears to be capable of. I think it's really neat. So you can see here that there are a variety of custom motions. You can even increase the amount of motion. Look at that. You can get really up and close and personal. You get some really interesting kind of stretching effects there, depending on what you're looking for. Okay, so you can kind of, depending on the length of the animation, you can kind of make it go slower or faster. And let's see here, our focus point. Okay, so we can kind of move that around. And let's see here. So I was trying to set the focus point on the lettering there to see what might happen, but that didn't really seem to do what I was expecting it to. But there's a lot of things here that we could probably spend some time playing around with, but we don't want to go too deep just because this is just supposed to be a beginner's tutorial just to kind of give you an idea of what to expect with Immersity. But so far, I am very impressed with it. Let's see here. So how to zoom in and out. You can zoom in out for depth map. Please, you can now zoom in and out in depth map edit for a more detailed drawing control. Simply use your cursor to point where you want to zoom in and out and then scroll up and down. Got it. Okay. Preview. Well, that's something that we might want to take a little bit more time just to play around with that, but it seems as though that's not exactly what we're looking for. And that may have just given us a bit of an issue there. So let's go ahead and start new. We'll just, in this case, let's go ahead and now use a video and see what kind of result the video gets. So give me just a moment here and let me set that up. Okay, so I have uploaded a video and it brought me to this screen here. And it does indicate that in order to complete the conversion, it is going to cost 100 credits, which is the only amount of credits we have. And I'd like to make sure that I'm using those for some of the other options here. So we're going to go ahead and just not do that for now, but just to give you an idea, if you want to convert a video to 3D, then it is going to cost 100 credits in order to do that. we'll just head back here and let's see here. So we can convert any video and transfer it to, okay, so let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll stick with the 2D to 3D motion because I'd like to see what it is like when that exports. And I have a specific image here. We'll go ahead and use this one. Be just a moment while that uploads. Okay, and so I've just got another image here that I wanted to try out, and you can see here gives you an idea of what to expect. Really neat, really neat. I really like what I'm seeing here with Immersity. There has some interesting potential here, and you can play around with that. So let's go ahead and select export, and we'll just finish off with doing an export here. So here it asks if you want the MP4 3D motion, GIF 3D motion, or PNG depth map. We're going to go ahead and go with the MP4 3D motion. We'll click next, and you'll see here that in order to export, it is going to cost 30 credits in order to take off the watermarking and allow it for commercial use. You can select premium, and that will cost 60 credits. So just be aware of that. But we'll go ahead and we'll just stick with the 30 credits for now. We'll go ahead and click next. And then here it is asking for if you want 60 FPS, then it is going to be an additional 40 credits. So that's all just to give you an idea of what to expect. We'll go ahead and click export. That is now exporting, and we'll just give that a moment. And once that's done, we can go ahead and click download, and voila, it is now downloaded to our machine. So that gives you an idea of what to expect with Immersity, and I would say that it has some really neat potential. There's some really cool stuff here. I could see myself using this. So that's all there is to it. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and like and subscribe for more helpful tips.